that she's comfortable with the person. They can meet alone.
Right.
And I've had her, when she's met with people, to call on the phone and kind of give me a play-by-play type of situation. It's really, really enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, this fantasy people have has been along a long time, as long as marriage and sexuality. Like, this is an age-old fantasy that people have, and it's way more common than you think. This is why I love that I have this show, because, Dan, you get to call in and find out that it's totally common. Like, people have these fantasies, and there's not a problem with it, especially the way you're doing it. Your wife's cool, the other partner's cool, so it's been around a long time, and I can't tell you why you specifically do, but it's a very common fantasy. And so, like I said, it could be for a lot of reasons. Only you can tell me, but why it feels hot to you. But I absolutely don't think there's a problem with it. So I think that we all idealize monogamy and think monogamy is the only answer. But for many people, that is not the case. And so for you, even though you're monogamous, this is the one way you guys step out. So, or whatever you guys do, I think it's fine. If you're not worried about it, I'm not worried about it. Or I'm not worried about it. That makes you not worried about it. All right, thanks, Dan. Okay, thanks for calling Sex Family. Sometimes I'm just going to be here to tell you all it's all okay. Things are normal. Give us a call, 888-947-8277. There's a lot of reasons why people are into cuckolding, and people think, oh, I'm so shocked. That's so crazy. I could never imagine it. I would never want my wife to be with another man. Well, guess what? It's not for you. But for some guys, you have to come from a solid ground in your relationship. You want to make sure that there's deep integrity and there's communication and honesty and trust, and you discuss boundaries. And like we said, there's a lot of different reasons why it could be hot. It could be just that you see them you could see them getting off it. There's a lot of different reasons. So I think you're all doing fine so far today.
I think people too, they just have a they feel like it's wrong that they're so okay with it.
Oh, right.
Well, it's like you should feel great because you're so secure in your relationship that you're down for this. Because a lot of people can never reach that level of security.
Well, this is what and this is what I'm hoping that people listening are like, oh, okay, well, Dan can do it. He's literally doing something that would be so rife with problems and fears and could break relationships apart. And so I think that this show has hopefully inspired people to kind of take that next step into trying something different in bed, or to calling me and figuring out, oh, is this okay? Because how would Emily say we should go about this? And how can we change our life? I just want people to have better sex. Is that too much? Give us a call, 888-947-8277.
Okay, we have Mia, who's 52 in California, and she wants to hang out with an ex-lover while she's currently married.
All right. Hey, Mia. Thanks for calling. Hey. Hi, honey. So, tell me what's going on.
I'm married. I've been married about 11 years, and I have kids, and, marriage is good. Our sex life is great. But it's beautiful.
Let's cut out a little bit.
I think we
got a boy. I haven't actually.
Hold on a second, Mia. You're cutting out a little bit. Could you start over?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
So I've been married 11 years. My husband's great. We have a good sex life. We've got kids. The whole thing. We could use a little spicing up. A guy that I dated, sort of. A guy that I slept with in the past and sort of dated, but it was more just casual. He has been communicating with me off and on for about the past year over social media, and he's a little bit flirty, but he's married with a kid. It's never gone anywhere. I don't want it to go anywhere, but he's brought up the fact of, he's brought up, hey, we should get together and hang out and, catch up on old times. And I thought about it. I think it would be fun, but I don't know, kind of what his intentions are. But what I'd like to do is kind of go out and see if he is kind of flirty, and that I'd like to use that sort of as fuel to, take on my husband afterwards. But I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
With my husband, because knowing that I've slept with this guy, he would not probably want me to go hang out with him.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, the thing is, okay, so here's the thing about exes. We've talked a lot about this in the show. We've done a lot of podcasts about this. Because I think if someone's, well, this is a different case, but I actually think that it's cool to bring your ex into your current relationship. If you have a healthy relationship with your ex, you guys broke up, you moved on, sometimes it can be really healthy, but you're actually saying you want to use them as a fuel. Look, explain that more to me, because here's the thing. At first, where I thought you were going, Mia, is that you're like, well, maybe I don't know if I should go because I might want to have sex with him. So you're not in that place, right? You're not going to go cheat. You're not going to hook up with the ex. You just want to flirt so you feel re-energized. I think, part of me thinks that maybe you just don't need to tell your husband this. Like,
well, yeah, but it's hard to get time out without, we've got...
Yeah, you got to be honest. I mean, I'm not all for lying, but I'm also like, I'm not sure, because you could tell your husband and you could say, listen, tomorrow night I'm going out with my ex, and you could just let him know I'd never do anything. But this is tricky, because if your husband's not feeling you need to spice it up, he would be like, I can't believe you need to go back to your ex and get it, because he might not understand what that looks like. I understand what you're talking about, because you're going to feel desire. This is more about you, because he's going to be flirting with you and make you feel sexy and desirable again. Tell me if I'm right here. And then you're going to feel, sexy, desired, and then go back to your husband. So... Yeah, so have you talked to your husband at all about spicing things up yet? Because that's where I would start. Not, I'm going to go do this thing with my ex to get this fuel going.
Yeah, we've talked about different things, but that wasn't one of them.
Okay, spicing up wasn't one of them?
Well, no, spicing up was one of the things, but going out with an ex, kind of, and the thing is, this isn't an ex-boyfriend. It's not a relationship. It was somebody that I have a physical thing with, and so I think that's where he would have an issue with. Like, if it was an ex, he'd probably be okay, but because
I see, it's something that never really happened. Mia, I would be honest. If you guys sounds like you guys have an honest relationship, you could say, how we talked about spicing things up. Joe hit me up. He's been flirty on social media. You know me, nothing's gonna happen, but I got a good feeling about this. I'm gonna come back and talk to you about, you fill in the blank, Mia, whatever you think that fantasy could be. But if he's not cool with it, you gotta honor it and not go. So, that's right. That's my advice. Because you might feel guilty. Yeah. Try it out. You're so welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know how it goes. I'll be here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here every night. We can talk it through. But think about that and let me know. Thanks so much, Mia, for calling. You guys can give us a call, 888-947-8277. You know what I love about this is that we really truly are here, Jane. We are here 5 to 7 p.m. 8 to 5